Thanks for tuning in to All Things Business, hosted by Tony Jackson, business owner, author, entrepreneur, and speaker, and Ricky Tucker, Coach Ricks, business owner, publisher, speaker, and TV host. All Things Business, helping you make dollars and your business makes sense. Now let's get down to business.
Thanks for tuning in to All Things Business. I'm Tony Jackson.
And I'm Ricky Tucker.
All Things Business, where we help you make dollars
while we help your business make sense.
Now let's get down to business.
Tony, we realize that entrepreneurs have 10 top challenges and problems from day to day. And we're going to start off the show with those top 10. So let's count them down.
All right. Number 1, money.
Time.
Lack of knowledge and skills.
Information overload. Lack
of direction and planning.
Tony, people are working in their business rather than working on their business.
And I tell you, Ricky, I'm ashamed to say it, but I'm guilty of that one myself sometimes. Innovation.
Absolutely, yeah. Innovation. Both of us had to get in on that one, huh? Yeah, and the next one is trying to do it alone. And that one I will own because, unfortunately, I try to do too many things alone.
Okay. Getting clients.
And poor marketing. Too many companies have poor marketing strategies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start with the top 3 when we come back, so stay tuned to All Things Business.
The Arlington Chamber of Commerce proudly supports our local businesses, such as these advertising members. Homer Skelton Ford. If you need to purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford, nobody beats a Homer Skelton deal. Steve Ray's Services. For residential or commercial service, maintenance, or installation on your AC or heat, contact Steve Ray's Services. And Edible Arrangements. For fresh fruit bouquets, come by Edible Arrangements or call us. We can deliver them for you. The Arlington Chamber of Commerce, working for businesses because business works for Arlington.
At Arlington Computers, we take care of all your computer needs. From sales to repair to consulting. Need a new computer? We have them. Got a broken computer or phone? Our experienced staff can fix it here or at your home or business. No IT department? No problem. With our knowledgeable staff and remote desktop support, we can help with that too. With over 15 years of experience, Arlington Computers is the only stop you'll need for all your computer needs.
All right, welcome back. Now, that topic we talked about first was money. Boom, money, 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 money.
Oh, the love of money.
Money. Yeah, the love of money. Now, let's be honest. It's not ideal for small businesses or any business to have to borrow money. But unless you're sitting on a mountain of cash, we've all been there. Have you been there, Ricky?
Absolutely.
I know I have.
Yes.
You know, at some point in time, you have to go there, and new startups require capital, as well as businesses that are already open and rolling. They need more money to keep it going sometimes, and that's a normal thing. No one should be ashamed of that. Now, there are a few programs that I want to make mention of for small businesses. Through your local Small Business Administration office, there is a loan called a 7A loan. There's also one called a 504 fixed asset loan. Now, we're not going to get too deep in that right now because later on in the series of shows, we're going to actually have an SBA specialist come on and speak to you guys about that. But just a few things to keep in mind. As a small business, we are higher risk for banks and lending agencies. I mean, not good or bad. It's just the facts. As a small business, your personal scores do matter. All of that factors in. You will have to sign on to be personally responsible for the repayment of that loan. And as that's just the way it goes, you are personally responsible for it. You will have to collateralize the loan in so many words. You will have to sign over your mortgage or life insurance or things like that to make it happen. But that's the way we have to go, and that's the way the cookie crumbles, and that's how you get the money to keep your business going.
So you mean to tell me that I've got to, first of all, as a business owner, I need to qualify.
Absolutely.
And then it is when I qualify and show myself worthy that I'm able to qualify for a loan from an entity such as SBA.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
that sounds good. Well, I think that we've talked about the fact that we have access to lending agencies, lending vehicles, so we're going to be bringing people on sometime in the future. Is that right?
Oh yeah, we are.
Looking forward to it, because the goal for us is to help you, the business owner, really be successful and to make sure that we get the resources to them.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's talk about the next one. I think you're going to talk about another one. Is that right?
Yeah, the second one was time. Now, time, Father Time. There is not enough time in the day to get everything done, right? What do you feel about that, Ricky?
Well, as you are really teeing that up, Tony, the one thing that I will say is we talked about money, and money, coincidentally, was listed as number one. But I will tell you, as an experienced business owner and as an experienced business leader, that time really is more valuable than money. And as a life and business coach for small businesses, business owners, and for high performance individuals, I will tell you that when you manage your time and manage yourself effectively, then that helps to give you more time back to run and operate your business more efficiently. And then it gives you more family time and downtime, because we talked a little bit earlier about the fact that we try to do things alone. And even if we are a 1 or 2 or 3 person business, then the more time we save, the more time we will have to replenish ourselves so that we can be on top of our game, so to speak.
Oh yeah. That's awesome, man. One thing I will say, small business owners, we try to do it all ourselves, and we don't take the time to just zone out and focus on what's important. You really have to sit and write down what's important, what's not important. You know who Dwight Eisenhower is, right?
Absolutely.
Dwight Eisenhower's school of thought says, and now this goes and relates to problems and talking about time. What is important is seldom urgent, and what is urgent is seldom important. There's a thing called a quadrant that we're going to talk about just here in a second. Coach Rick is going to explain it to you, and it helped me in my business, and it does wonders. I'm telling you right now.
Absolutely. Well, we will talk about that, and as Tony said, with being a life and business coach, we will focus on some ways to help you in your business and in your day-to-day life. So I think there was one more of the 3 that we were going to talk about today.
Yeah, and that third one was lack of knowledge and skills. And I tell you, I'm going to let Coach Rick take this one.
Well, we can only be as good as our skills will allow us to be. And we, first of all, have to master whatever that profession is. And you should always research that particular industry that you're in. Case in point, I'm a life and business coach. So it's important for me to know the skills, the tools, and have the ability to get the job done. I've talked with a number of people. As a matter of fact, I've been talking with several of my coaching clients here recently, and I was in an appointment with a prospective client, and they said to me, "So can you get results?" And my answer was, absolutely, I can get results. And they wanted to know why, because obviously if they're going to invest, then they want to know why. And I said to them, before you ask the question, can I quantify it? I most certainly can. So it's important for us to know our craft. And not only that, and we're going to talk a little bit too about something that you've accomplished most recently, but not only should we know our skill or know our craft or our business, we should also really be effective in the area of working with and talking with and dealing with people. Oh, yeah. Because let's just face it, our clients are human beings usually, unless we're in the business of servicing pets and whatever. But the transactions are going to be done through even the pet owners.
Right.
So that's a critical piece to overlay over the knowledge of your profession. And really, as we back into that further, it really comes back to good customer care.
Absolutely.
And we've got something that we'd like to share with the folks that have not found out already. I'm pleased that to announce that Tony has written his first book, and talk to them about just a little bit there. We're about ready to go to a station break, but let's lead into that with you talking about the value of customer service and your new book.
Okay. Customer service is key. In this business guide, it's called Pulling Customers Back to Small Business. It's a 7-topic guide for small business owners and store managers, and we're going to talk to you about that in just a second. Stay tuned.
Would you like to improve your quality of life and lower your cost of living? In Oakland, it's well within your reach. Located on Highway 64, just east of Shelby County, Oakland offers local shopping and carefree living with room to roam and room to grow in homes you can afford. Enjoy a relaxed lifestyle just minutes from the region's top shopping destinations. With property taxes 75% lower than Memphis, your dollars go further. Find what you're looking for in Oakland, Tennessee, where your hopes and dreams are well within your reach.
All right, so we're here to talk to you about my book, Pulling Customers Back to Small Business. It basically teaches you how to effectively manage customers and my proven method of how I grew my gross sales over 1,100%.
Wow.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah, and basically we just really teach you how to put your customers first and operate off my business model, what I call the POP method, which stands for POP, People Over Profit. But enough about that. I don't want to spill the beans. You'll have to go to Amazon.com or backtosmallbusiness.com or BarnesandNoble.com to order it. Back to you, Coach.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're really excited about this book. As a matter of fact, I think Tony's going to stand in as a coach, and he's going to help me to launch my first book. But until then, we want you to join us at a designated time and place. We haven't determined that just yet, but we're going to be talking about pulling customers back to small business through all things business. Stay tuned for us taking this on the road. So you'll get an opportunity to buy the book, and you'll get an opportunity to learn in person some of the secrets and tips that Tony has brought forth in this book. Hello and welcome back to All Things Business. In this segment, we're going to actually talk about time management, and we're going to review the Stephen Covey time management grid represented by 4 quadrants. We're going to talk with you about urgent, not urgent, the important and the not important tasks that really rob us of time as business owners and business leaders. We're going to start with Q1 or quadrant 1. That is the crisis area. This is the crisis area where we're putting out fires. As you can see, we've got pressing problems. We're putting out the fires. And the other thing that we find in the crisis area is sometimes we actually rework projects that have already been done. So this is an area that we really want to be extremely sensitive to and make sure that we get things done properly the first time. Let's move to quadrant 2, which is not urgent, and it is the prevention area. Once again, you can see this is on the important horizontal line going over to the right side. In this area, this is where we focus on preparation. This is more of your quality time. This is where you're really investing in your business and in yourself as a leader. The other area is relationship building. That's when we're going out and networking and really investing good quality time back into our business. This area is also the critical area where we do our planning. This planning time is for the business. It's also a good time for us to plan for ourselves. Now coming back to the left side of the quadrant, However, we are below the important line, and we're down in the area of those areas or tasks that are not important. This is where we get our interruptions. For example, calls. We may get a massive number of calls. However, we may just get a call at a wrong time. So these are interruptions, and it stops the flow of our workday. Emails. I was in a meeting with a young man not very long ago, and he talked about the astronomical amount of emails that he gets that really bogs down and interrupts his day. So emails, that's another area. Now, I know everybody likes to talk about going to meetings. That's effective when the meeting has an agenda and a purpose. However, this is an area, some meetings are absolute interruptions, and we want to be mindful of that. I will tell you, as a life and business coach, this is one of the areas that I really have people to watch out for, so that we can move these interruptions at least into the quadrant 2 area. Now, let's go to the quadrant 4 area. And this is an area, as a business owner and personally and professionally, you really want to watch out for. More on the professional side. Personally, maybe this is something that you'll think about for relaxation, but as a business owner and as a business professional, quadrant 4 is one that you want to watch out for, simply because it is your time wasting quadrant. How do you waste time? You waste it simply by socializing. You waste it by spending, not investing, but spending time on those meetings and the trivia that takes place throughout the day. This is where the water cooler conversations come in. Another thing is, some people talk about watching television. Well, that's more of a time waster, particularly for a business owner, and we don't want to do that. Finally, there's some work that you do that is simply busy work. You cannot take that to the bottom line of your business. So you want to prevent busy work at any and all costs. Once again, we realize at All Things Business the value of time. As we've said, as a small business owner, this is one of the top 2 to 3 challenges that business owners and leaders face. So the Covey time management grid is what we've reviewed today, and we would like to invite you once again to join us at All Things Business, so that we may be able to move through some of the other challenges. We visited the time management quadrant here, and we'd like to thank you for joining us in this segment of All Things Business, and we'll be coming right back. Don't go away.
Great news, Memphis! Cartridge World sells printer and toner cartridges for less. Save up to 45%. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Cartridge World. Visit us at 1603 Union Avenue and save. Businesses call for free delivery. 901-721-6024.
Here at All Things Business, we've always got your back. We got a very special treat for you guys today. Ricky, you want to tell them about it?
Yes, I would like to tell you about it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we talked with you about the small business challenges, and we've gone over 10 today. Now, what we'd like to do is to help you with one of those 10. We have a subject matter expert in the area of time management. As a leader and as a business owner, time tends to be more valuable than money. And we have Gwendolyn Tucker, who is a coach, trainer, and business consultant. And she's also the founder of Leader Who Leads. And she's going to talk with us about time management. Welcome to the show, Ms. Tucker. How are you?
I am wonderful, and thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, we are really happy. We really appreciate it because you're going to be offering something to our viewing audience and our listening audience in the way of time management. So could you share some things with us from the standpoint of a leader and a business owner that would be helpful for our viewing audience?
Sure. Yes. As you talked about time management, it is part of one of Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it focuses on putting first things first. And one thing is about managing ourselves in the time that we have. Each person has the same amount of time, 1,440 minutes per day, and how we use that time will help determine what we get out of that time. And as a small business owner, there are a lot of irons that the leader has, is responsible for in terms of running a business, getting sales, processing those sales, responding to customers, taking care of the business, taking care of their employees. And so it's very important to use the time that you have wisely. I love this quote by Stephen Covey. He says that time management is really a misnomer, that really what we do is we learn how to manage ourselves in the time that we have. And I would encourage every business owner to plan and organize themselves so that they are not always in crisis mode. But if they take time to plan and to prepare, they can help prevent crisis and spend more of their time in quadrant 2, where they're doing those important things that are going to be important not only for the short term, but for the long term as well.
Wow, that's great. We just reviewed the 4 quadrants of Stephen Covey's time management grid, and it was amazing. It's as though you were here. So
yeah.
We really appreciate that. Yes, indeed. Now, any tips or any words of wisdom that you would have to share with the business owners that may be a good takeaway? Because it seems like, Tony, we may have to have Coach Tucker, we'll just call her Coach Gwen, I guess.
Okay.
We may
Gwen,
have
like
to
that. It's
see
got a certain ring to it.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's got a little. It does have a ring to it. We may have to see if we can have her on the show another time.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe when we start doing our live tours, maybe we'll think about inviting her.
Absolutely.
Okay. Any final tips that you can think of to share with us, Coach Gwen?
Yes, I would actually encourage every business owner and actually every individual to keep a planner, a calendar. It can be electronic or in paper, to plan their week and to line their activities along with their goals. And to do that, not only to plan for the week, but to plan each day and to be able to track and determine how they're going to spend their time before that day arrives. And so I would encourage every person to maintain and keep a planner and to keep that calendar up to date. I think that would go a long ways in helping business owners and leaders be more focused, but also to be able to be more effective.
Awesome,
well, that's
awesome.
great. Would you be willing to be a resource for us? So when we have people to call in or write in to us, we would like to maybe talk with you sometime. So could we count on you to do that here at All Things Business for us from time to time?
Definitely, I would love to.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Gwen.
Thank you very
You're
much.
quite welcome.
And tell us once again, there is something that you have actually written. Tell us once again the name of your online business.
Yes, it is actually Leader Who Leads. That is www.leaderwholeads.com. Leader Who Leads. And there's a lot of helpful information at that site.
Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And, we really appreciate you joining us.
Yeah, and I want to encourage everybody listening and the sound of our voice to go to Leader Who Leads and check out Miss Gwen. She's got a lot of things going on.
Hey, have a great day. Thank you very much.
You as well. Thank you.
Bye now.
The Vince Lombardi Trophy is handcrafted by Tiffany's across the river in New York City. It weighs 7 pounds and stands 21 inches high, valued at $25,000 and named in 1970 after the legendary Green Bay coach who won 7 titles. 3 of those trophies are on display here at MetLife Stadium.
Sponsored by Arlington Computers for all your computer needs.
Thanks again, friends, for tuning in to All Things Business. And hey, don't forget to email us at allthingsbusinessshow@gmail.com with any questions and concerns. Until next time, I'm Tony Jackson.
And I'm Ricky Tucker.
And we are All Things Business, where we help you make dollars
while we help your business make sense.
And until next time,
let's get down to business.